Patient checked into hospital last week for lab accident. Goes by name of Zhendong Tharpakefrik, Liang Fang, and I attended to patient. Patient came in with second-degree burns covering face and chest. Fractures indicate blunt force trauma. Patient was concussed. Tharpakefrik confirmed patient was in pain, but regained consciousness in the evening. Tharpakefrik gave patient 2 tablets of Celecoxib and told patient to take it as necessary, 2 tablets of Celecoxib 200 mg twice daily. Checked computer system on redacted to confirm that this was indeed the case. Random deaths occurring in hospital almost every day as patient gets better. Day of admission, Day 0, 11 random deaths. Day 1, 188 random deaths. Day 4, mysterious death of notable figure under heavy guard. Her condition was not critical, so cause of death was unknown. Patient seemed surprisingly well on examination and recovered much more quickly than what should be possible. I enter the above information onto the magas on my notepad and rub my tired eyes. But I get ahead of myself. I am Dr. Elisa Peggy, MD. A junior doctor. I work in one of the hospitals in my country. They're not known for anything, really, and neither am I. The MAG is the Magician's Advanced Geopolitical Information System. Terrible name, I know. The Magician's top leadership decided on the name, not me. And I'm also an allied magician, one of the many observers that they sent all over the world to keep an eye on things, so to speak. No, not a magician, just an allied one. That's the term magicians give to people who don't have magic but who work for them. And now my story. I did my residency in internal medicine just like any doctor. I'm a black lady in medicine. Yes, it was hard, but despite the racism against me by my patients and colleagues, I graduated. And then, on the first day I started my job at the hospital, the magicians had showed up. If you've ever been to a hospital lobby, you'll know just how busy it is. There are children running around, sickly patients hobbling on their daily exercises, worried family members pacing around the corridor awaiting news, etc. Not wanting to be late on my first day, I'd arrived early at the hospital. Report to Human Resources at 9 a.m., I'd been told. So I'd arrived well ahead of time, at just 8:15 a.m. Shortly after I arrived, the sky had darkened rapidly, angry lightning bolts flashing across the sky. It was all very strange. It was winter then, and we weren't expecting any thunderstorms, and then when I looked around, everyone has stopped moving. No, not just everyone. Everything. It seemed like even the digital clocks had stopped too. I still remember the time. It was 8:21:61. Wait. 8:21:61? Underneath my immaculate attire, I began to perspire. Was this some sort of joke? What was happening? I squeezed my eyes tight. When I opened them again, 3 shadowy figures were standing in front of me. I screamed and pinched myself to make sure it wasn't all a dream. The 3 figures just looked bored and signed impatiently. We've seen it all before. Now, sign this. I read the document they'd handed me. 1. This choice is made by you and you alone. You can reject this now, or you can sign it. If you choose not to sign, there will be no consequences apart from the fact that you will never see or hear from us again. 2. If you sign it, you work for us, the magicians. You will work for us forever. You will never need another job in your life. 3. We take care of all your needs and pay off all your debts and mortgages you took to go to medical school. 4. In addition to the salary you draw from the hospital, you receive an allowance of £10,000 monthly, with a possible increment of 3 to 5% every month. 5. Your responsibilities: stay in your current job as a doctor and enter anything strange that you see or hear onto Magician's Advanced Geopolitical Information System, MAGIS. I, Dr. Elisa Peggy, agree to work for the Magicians. XXXXXXX. Sign here. My head spun as I tried to come to grips with what was happening. I had so many questions to ask them. The tall shadowy figure in front of me spoke just as I began to open my mouth. "We've been through this many times with others. We know how you feel, we know what you're thinking. You're probably asking, why me? Right now. The hard truth is, because you're a person of color, nobody will likely pay you much attention in medicine. This deal right here is how you rise through the ranks, this is how you shine. Besides, Magical has a largely black population, and we like to work with people who look like us. Take it from us, you have a choice, but we can't hold this time-stopping spell for much longer. If you don't willingly sign it now before we disappear, you'll never hear from us again. Sign it, and we will find ways to contact you again." I wiped the beads of perspiration from my forehead. The salary was tempting and the shadowy figures were right. Being black in medicine isn't easy. Even getting through medical school was hard. And I'd accumulated a whole lot of debt when doing so. This was my out. So I took it. I scribbled my signature next to the name. The shadowy figure smiled and disappeared. "You won't regret this." The magicians had sent me a tablet after that, which came pre-installed with Magus. All my interactions with them have been quiet and fast. They do like to be discreet. In case you're wondering, I still have not asked all my questions. But the extra job pays really well, and so I've learned to just live with it. If my other employers were not going to give me information, I gather they've earned my silence on the matter too. It's the least I can do, I suppose, given I've never made a single report in all the months since. This is my first. I rubbed my tired eyes, wondering whether I was just being paranoid. Maybe I'd been overworked because of the COVID pandemic. No, better report this to them, just in case. I'd better look like I'm worth what they're paying me. I tap on send, and submit my report.